Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in a second, just getting my screen up. And the last thing. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Happy pre-Thanksgiving Day. How are you guys? Hope everybody's doing well. Let me just blow this up a little bit. We got David, Armolfo, John, Virtuvian, CJ, Omar, Jim, Richard, Vernon, W. Wang, Dr. Serena, good morning. Manuel, Tom, Glenn, Ivano, Cam, good morning, Cam. Jill, same to you. Robert, yes, everybody, happy Thanksgiving Eve. I totally missed that one. Robert, Timothy, Ben, Wade, Ed, Duzzy, Stephen. Let's see, we got a lot of people here. Ooh, we got a lot of people coming in here. Look at that. I'm losing track here. We got Ben, Wade, Timothy, Ed, Duzzy, Steven, Rosalind, Omar. Moondog is in the house. Love that. Peter, how are you, Peter? Tim, Gustavo, good morning, Gustavo. Dennis, Wayne, Ali, Kirk, or Kim, excuse me, Kim, Roddy, Dave, Robert, Kevin, DDGM, good morning, Henry, Gabriel, Sarah, Darren, Daniel, Dr. Serena. Look at that, over 100 people already. Raj, Frankie, Laura, Charlie. Good morning, Charlie. Pat, Bancroft, Randy, Thomas, Jeff, Daniel, Kevin, uh, Zoe, Karen, not Zoe, Karen, Art, Ray, Ted, Jesse, Damien, Marco, Don, Carlos. Good morning, Carlos. Edmundo, Scott, Brian, Jody, Dave, Ronald, Dylan, Michael, Armolfo, Dennis. No trading for me today. Diana, Peter, Philip. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Chris, Scott, Lawrence. Good morning, everybody. Ooh, look at that. We almost have 200 people here in less than 2 minutes. Hey, Charlie Clyde. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope everybody is doing great. Just so you know, Kane and I are going to be going on, and now this is official, 1 p.m. This is the last time. This is the last time. I don't think there's this is it. So if you haven't caught us, this is where to go. Here's the link for the VIP room. And let me just post customer service live, and we're going to get started. Where's customer service live? Where's customer service live? Here you are. There's Cam, and there's my link. Perfect. Good morning, Michael. Good morning. How is everybody doing today? Hope everybody is doing fantastic. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. Um, if you are traveling, please be safe, be careful. This is the busiest. This is the busiest holiday season. I mean, the biggest travel season of the year. So please be careful. No drinking and driving, no monkey business. Hey, Bob, how are you? Good morning to you. Please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. From what I understand, the more likes we have, the better we get the Google algorithm, and that means more people see our video. So good morning, everybody. Angie, good morning. I hope you're having a nice, relaxing holiday weekend. Turkey Day is coming. Murray, I don't know if you're here or not, but those pictures you sent me yesterday of the duck and oh man, I didn't know this. Murphy's Chef Boyardee. Very nice. Very nice. All right. We got a lot to talk about today. First of all, the market Nasdaq is down not a lot. To be honest with you, I was expecting it to be down more than this. Blue chips are up. Roger, why is the Nasdaq down? I'm just going to kind of skip ahead a little bit because I want to give you a cohesive story. So just so you could see right here, Dell 12% negative, HP 9% negative, CrowdStrike 6% negative, Workday 10% negative, AMBA 21% positive. So you could see right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and these are not. I mean, this is no Nvidia, but you put these four together, there's some market cap there. I don't know. I have no idea, Roddy. I have no idea. Good question. I have no idea. We'll find out today. Smoking two turkeys. Wow. Holy moly. So this is not going to be a good way to start the morning, okay? For technology, and that is being reflected in. That's the only reason why I wanted to jump ahead, to show you that we're starting off soft on technology. Nothing crazy, nothing really big, and also keep in mind we have a lot of Fed data today, so traders and investors are keeping their powder dry, if you will, because we have durable goods, GDP, international trades in goods and services, and jobless claims. You know what? I better turn on my TC 2000 for this. Let me get my TC 2000 locked and loaded, right? Otherwise, we're going to miss all the action. All right, here we go. There's my TC 2000. This thing is very fast. I like it being fast. Let it load my settings here. All right. So let's take a quick look here. Yeah, I have it up here just so we could see what happens when the news comes out, okay? Perfect, Dr. Serena. It seems like we have more people today than yesterday. I think most people have already traveled for their holiday, or at least people here. Thank you, Dr. Serena. Thank you so much. Um, so, a lot of reports are coming out. This is going to set the tone for the day, but honestly, you got a lot of downside from the Nasdaq to overcome right here. This is and remember, the Nasdaq is separated into different sections too, just like the S&P. So it doesn't mean it's going to reflect every section. For example, chip stocks, I bet you're going to do pretty good because of AMBA. But again, it's just Workday. It's a software company, soft cybersecurity, uh, text, hardware, and hardware. So you got hardware, software, and software. So very, very specific areas of technology. Okay, keep an eye on this, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it again. So that's the first thing. So again, the market's down. I'm not seeing anything crazy, but we have to see what the news say because the news is going to set the tone. All right, very, 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 very important. The news is going to set the tone for today. Hey, Richard, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Let's see how many likes we've got. We've got 89 likes. I like this. I like where this is going. Hit the like button, guys. If you're getting value out of this, hit the like button. So let's start with the commodities, okay? Gold. Gold is up. Remember I told you yesterday that in my opinion, this is today by the way, in my opinion, most likely scenario for gold is it's going to stay pinched between the 50-day moving average and the 100-day moving average. I think that's a record, Dr. Serena, the 50-day moving average and the 100-day moving average. As you could see right now, we are literally at the VWAP area from the election and at the 8-day EMA. For some reason, the election day VWAP, anchored VWAP, which is anchored right here to election day, and the 8-day EMA seem to be moving quite a lot, which is one of the reasons why I like it. Hey, Wayne, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I got a lot of good stuff for you guys. So, hey, Eduardo, happy Thanksgiving to you too. Ria, good morning. It looks like we're getting a lot of new people here. Ooh, look at that, Robert. Nice. I think today is faster than yesterday. Interesting. So my suggestion is to wait for gold to be above here. But again, you see this line that I drew this for right here? As long as we're below this pivot right here, we could be in a downtrend, which is why I told you yesterday, please, please, please do not, hey, Wilford, do not buy gold till we're at 2760. Okay? Please, minimum. Or you're going to have another semiconductor, you're going to be sitting for a while. Why is the VWAP anchored to election day? Carla, because we anchor the VWAP because we want to know fair value from the most important price levels. And in my opinion, I believe the presidential election is a major milestone for the U.S. economy and for the U.S. stock market. So the levels that I'm looking at is beginning of the year. I want to see fair value from beginning of the year. I want to see fair value from beginning of the quarter. I want to see fair value from the biggest event, beginning of the quarter or would you concur that the presidential election is one of the biggest events in America? So, and the next one I'm going to do is triple witching. I haven't done triple witching yet, but a lot of my guys tell me the triple witching is good too. You want to put your Carla, you want to put your VWAP to any day that there's a major movement in the market, because then you can measure fair value from that area. Okay. Okay. Daniel, what does SLV have to do with anything? We're not, we're not even talking about silver yet. We're talking about gold. But anyhow, anyway, my 5 cents is I think we're going to stay in this downtrend right here, this baby downtrend. We'll call this the baby trend. This this baby trend. You see how this comes right in line. If we propel this a little forward, it'll touch the 50-day moving average. So an area right here where if we break through, you'll see a lot of volatility. But honestly, there's too much resistance here. My suggestion right here, if you want to be a cowboy, you can go long at 27.23. My suggestion is 27 right here, 27.60 area. All right. All right, crude oil. Well, crude oil is doing absolutely nothing, very much as we expected. This is one of the most important things I could teach you is so here's the problem. A lot of times when you see something important, you don't pay attention. Sometimes, not a lot, but sometimes. But a lot of the times, you'll stare at a chart and you'll make something out of a chart where there's nothing there. So I can now look, I can probably create 5 different patterns from this if I look very carefully. But I'm going to be very honest with you. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. It's just garbage trading action. Well, you got support and resistance. This is garbage trading action. This is just there's nothing here. There's nothing here. And if you want to make something out of it, God bless you. But in my experience, my 31 years experience in January, there's nothing here. So, and also one of the biggest clues, if you're having trouble reading price action, you'll notice that around areas where there's nothing happening, you'll see a bunch of moving averages just go right through them. Like, look at the 50-day moving average. It's right in the middle of all of this mishigas that's happening right here, right? So you could see we're just basically going up and down the 50-day moving average. The quarter year VWAP is here. The 8 day is going back and forth. I can't make anything out of this. So to me, this is just nothing. So, hey, Kevin, how are you? So the most important thing is there is nothing, which means you could go for the strongest stocks and you can go for the weakest stocks, but you don't want to touch anything here. Okay. Similarly, if I was to see a gold stock right now up here, like past this and go up here, I would say go ahead and go long. And if I was to see a gold stock down here, I would say go short. But 99.9% of them will not do that because gold is not doing anything. So again, I'm just kind of throwing that out there. There's always an exception, but in this case, it's very rare. All right, what about the US dollar? Well, this is fantastic. The US dollar is starting to cool off. This is very, very good. And look at TLT, look at bond market. It's now above the VWAP, above the quarter to date VWAP, above the election VWAP. But we got the year to date VWAP, we got the 200-day moving average, we got the 50-day moving average, and we have the 100-day moving average immediately above us. Do I think we're going to just pop back up? I'd love to see nothing more than that because that would really help us a lot. But am I seeing that? No. Am I seeing that? No. I think we're going to consolidate, and I think this is going to be a big consolidation, and we're going to wait for the next step. Also, keep in mind that we do have today personal income, and we do have GDP and durable goods. This is going to be the big report at 10 a.m., but at 10 a.m., you want to keep your eye on the bond market, okay? On the bond market. I like what I'm seeing so far, and I'm hoping the US dollar will continue cooling off, which will help gold prices. It will help bond prices, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything for crude oil, which is fine. I mean, crude oil had its run. And again, bond market, you have major resistance right here. And again, I'm using TLT now, which is the long bond. So you can actually trade this asset, and it's very liquid. This is the only asset I would trade if I trade bonds, which I haven't done a trade in a long time, and I don't know why. I just totally have been zoning out of bonds. But again, there's three resistance areas at 93.68. Is the TLT? They're correctly placed everywhere. It's the same chart. The chart doesn't change, Peter. Look, let me show you. 1-1, 10-1, 11-6. Right there. You want the reaction from the election. Yeah. So, okay. You could see it right here. 1-1, 10-1. Here, let me delete this. We don't need two of the same indicators, but you could see it. It's all right here, Peter. Okay. So yes, it is correct. It is correctly placed. Why? Let me ask you, Peter, what made you think it's not correctly placed? Let me know. Basically, you want to 10-1. That's the beginning of the quarter, first day of new quarter, isn't it? Am I crazy? October, November, December. Peter, October, November, December, first day of the new quarter. Am I getting something wrong here, guys? Let me know. Right here. Oh, it just got erased. I just just got erased. Hold on. Right here. Right here. Let me just draw this. Redraw this. Good. Peter understands now. We want to make sure everybody understands. Here's the election VWAP right here. Uh, who asked me about the election VWAP? Peter, right here. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's move on. That's okay. It's not a big deal. We're doing good on time. China's getting finally a little tailwind. Now, would you call this a major move? Look at China's price action. I mean, I don't even know if we need to talk about this right now. Yes, it's trading above the 8-day EMA. We have the election VWAP. Um, we have the 50-day EMA. We have the quarter to date VWAP. You got a lot of stuff here, a lot of stuff. And I'm not really bullish on China. And I also think that Trump is going to let China have it. Personal opinion. I obviously have no inside information. Okay. Okay. So that's China. Let's put everything together now. Let's put everything together now. Let's put everything together. We got 395 people here. How many thumbs up do we have? I bet we're going to get more thumbs up in a few minutes. Okay. So what's new? What's in the news today? Trump appointed Jameson Greer as the U.S. representative. Did you guys know that? Hey, look at this. Kevin Hassett was appointed as director of National Economic Council. Hmm. Now, for those that don't know this, Kevin was my partner in my hedge fund. Kevin and Kalamiris were partners in my hedge fund. So Kevin Hassett is now responsible for being the head of the National Economic Council, which is the number one position in financial in America. Now, so basically, this guy is driving. So when President Trump has a question regarding our economy, he's going to ask Kevin Hassett. This guy was my partner in my hedge fund. Why do you guys argue with me about economics and fundamentals? The guy who's running the country financially was my partner in my hedge fund. And you guys argue with me about like tariffs and little baby things like that. Stop. Just stop doing it. The buck stops right here. So I'm very happy for Kev. I'm very happy for him. Actually, I got to give him a call. Uh, hit the like button. Hit the like button. That's pretty cool, right? Another 4 years. All right. The minutes of the Federal Open Market Committee meeting released Tuesday revealed officials broadly reported a careful approach to future interest rate cuts as the economy remains robust and inflation gradually eases. Participants anticipated that if the data came in about as expected, with inflation continuing to move down, sustainable 2%, blah, 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 and economy remain near maximum employment, it would likely be appropriate to move gradually towards a more neutral stance. Well, then why did you lower half a basis points to begin with? Again, same question. We're going to have to talk to Kevin about that. All right. Uh, Dolly stated Tuesday that inflation is still printing above our 2% target. Yes, it is, isn't it? Quite a bit. So we need to continue to work to bring it down. But meanwhile, there's only a 66% chance of a 25 basis point. Where's the 0.50 rate drop if we need to bring inflation down? And why are you going from 0.50 to 0.25? Was it worse? Was it better? Was it worse 3 months ago than it is right now? Nope. No, it wasn't. Caught red-handed, or red-butted, as I like to say. All right. Um, U.S. core personal consumption expenditures is going to be that's what we're looking at today. Nobody cares about the monthly number. We only care about the year number. This is what we care about. This is what we care about right here. This is it. It's all we care about. All right. We don't care about anything else. All right. So we're going to be watching these very, very carefully, but they don't come out till 10 a.m. So I'm going to have to brief you on this a little bit later today. I also think it's really weird that they're releasing this at 10 o'clock. They should be releasing everything at 8:30. Also, remember, liquidity is not normal today. There's hardly any institutional traders trading there. Basically, the institutional managers have given their clerks orders and says, okay, if price hits here, go here. They're not going to be aggressively chasing stocks today. So just FYI, because it's the day before a major holiday, okay? Let's continue. GDP's coming out. Remember, this is a revision to the GDP. We're just making sure that the second estimate of gross domestic product is in line. So it's not a new report; it's a revision. A lot of people confuse revisions with the regular GDP. It's not the same. And you might have noticed yesterday when we had Fed data come out. Hey, Kirk, good morning. When we had Fed data come out, you might have noticed that the market barely moved. I mean, it had no movement. Oh, I almost forgot. Let me give you some links. Customer Service Live, right here. Kane and I are going to go live at 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock today. That's right here. Mhm. And VIP room, always, you guys know, it's at noon. There's no more 11 a.m. It's at noon right there. Hey, Bob, perfect. Let's see if we can get 500 people here with people traveling today, and let's see if we can get over 250 likes. Okay, so initial jobless claims, home sales. Again, expect a muted response from the market. Let me just check the SPY to see what's going on with it right now. It's going up on the 5 minute. Let me see, QQQ. Starting to come up a little bit. QQQ starting to come up a little bit. Europe is down as investors continue to evaluate potential effect of Donald Trump's tariff hike plans. I don't want to get too deep into it because we've been talking about it every day. It is a major problem. It is a major, major problem. And I'm going to please, I'm just going to, and this is not political. I'm just going to let you guys know this. Anything that happens, we are going to be paying for it one way or another. No one else is going to be paying for it. We are going to be paying for it. If we're not going to be paying for it directly, we're going to pay for it indirectly. It's a great idea, but we got to pay for it. That just so stop thinking that Mexico is going to pay for the wall. No, 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 no. We are going to pay for it. Okay, we are going to pay for it. Good morning, Richard Dibble. Richard Dibble. Good morning. That's all I wanted to say. So don't think somebody else is going to pay for it. We're going to pay for it. That's how it works. Okay. Auto stock slumped for the second consecutive day as tariffs on Mexican imports. Mexico makes about 80% of their money from importing to USA. And yes, Mexico imports a lot of car parts, beer, all the goodies. So it's going to have a major, major impact on global economy if he does this. I don't think he's going to do a fraction of this, but the market doesn't know that. The market's reflecting what he said he's going to do because that's how markets work. China closed higher today. They're talking about rolling out more stimulus. You could see the impact of their previous stimulus that it had. We're almost back to the 100-day moving average. So I'm not buying it for a split of a second even. Of course, we always pay for it. Who do you think is going to pay for it? Japan ended lower, extending losses from the previous session as investors grew concerned about the impact of U.S. President-elect tariff pledge. Stronger yen hurts the profits and outlook for Japanese export-driven industries and increased the cost of Japanese assets to foreign investors. And that's just how it is. Now, if you want to reinvent basic economics, that's fine, but that's just how it works. Now, I'm not necessarily saying it's a bad idea, but it's going to hurt us quite a bit before it helps us. When you build a new house, you pay and then you enjoy it for 30 years, right? So we got to start somewhere, okay? And that's the biggest problem. That's what caused the run up in the US dollar, okay? So again, somebody's got to pay to play. 2 weeks ago, I was trying to tell you this in a very civilized way, but I was being very political. Now I'm not being political because it's all over the news. I already talked about all the stocks. You got a software, back office software, not doing great. You got cybersecurity not doing great, and you got two computer makers not doing well. This may also impact that REIT. I forgot what's the name of that REIT. Does somebody remember that REIT? DS. Hold on, let me see if I could find it. DSL, is it? DL. Was it DLR? Yes. Man, I have good memory. So this company houses servers, and it's doing really, really well right now. If we start selling off, if we start seeing negative news on computers like Compaq and those stocks, this stock will start selling off. Okay, please do not short this stock right now under any circumstances at all. But keep an eye on this stock because this stock has a lot to do with servers. Okay. We stalled at 186, Bob. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's see. No, we already have 189, Bob. We're making progress. Thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up. If you're enjoying this, if you're getting value out of this, thumbs up. So be careful of this. But we have a superseding intervening act. Yes, I use my law knowledge. We have a superseding intervening act. And that is the GDP, durable goods, and most importantly, personal income reports. That can change the trajectory completely of the market. Do I think it will? No, I don't think it's going to change anything. I'm just letting you know. All right. Volatility. What is volatility doing? Volatility keeps breaking down. Volatility is not picking up. Volatility still favors a bull market quite a bit. All right. Very, very important. Oh, Rackspace. Yes, another service pay. A very cool company, actually, Gustavo. Very cool company. WCLD. I've never heard of that one, Henry. WCLD. Good to know. Thank you, Henry. And that's what I love about this. We give each other information. We help each other out. We watch out for each other. All right. I have my bonds locked and loaded. So I have my bond market right here. Let's see what it comes out with. All right. So volatility is still coming down. Volatility is not spiking. So that's really good for the market. And even overnight action, volatility did not rise. The first level we want to watch is 15, then 17, high 16, 17, and then 18. But I like this. I'm hoping that this will not go to 15. And if it does go to 15, It has a tendency to traverse all the way across. Okay. All right. So, what about momentum levels? Are momentum levels going crazy right now? No, no, they're not going crazy. They're not going crazy at all. We're at a reasonable level. Why are momentum levels not going crazy? Glad you asked. Look at RSP, equal weighted SPY. It's not moving higher anymore. Look at MAGS. MAGS is down. For the last few days, yesterday, the broad market went down and MAGS was, see this green yesterday? And look at RSP. RSP has 493 stocks. See this right here? Cooled off yesterday, consolidated yesterday, consolidated yesterday. Also, another reason why I'm so bullish is so many stocks are at 90-day highs. Thanks, Jeff. Did we come out yet? Let me know when the news comes out, or I'll be able to see it here. So far, I'm not seeing anything. The market is just doing nothing. It's 8:33 already. Shouldn't the report have come out already? Let's see. Okay, here it is. Jim, I rephrase your question so I understand. New orders in line, capital goods, nothing here. How about GDP? Did it come out already? Not really seeing anything from the TLT. Not really seeing anything from the bond market. Are you guys seeing anything? I'm not seeing anything at all. Jim, just send me an email. I don't understand what you mean. What's raw versus non-raw difference on the number? So let me know. Let me know. I haven't seen anything on GDP yet. Hmm. Are you guys getting anything on the GDP? Oh, now I understand, Jim. Yeah, I'll explain it to you in a second. I don't see anything here, but let me know if you see anything. But I'm not seeing crap on. What about SPY? SPY's coming up. QQQ's coming up. Um, so far, so good. Let's see. I'm just going to check this one more time. Okay, here we go. 2.8, very much in line. And I'll explain it to you in a second. I'll explain it to you in a second. Let me know when this comes out. But this is so far very much in line. So there's really no major movement there. All right. So the difference is this. Let me show you. Who was it that asked me this question? It's a good question. Jim, let me show you. So for years, I've been using this raw score because, well, it wasn't called raw. It was just called 90-day breakdown and breakdown. And this was the rules that I used. Basically, a stock that reaches a 90-day high that has good volume, good price. And then I realized I didn't realize anything. Brian, who's here usually, our resident voluntary tech guy, told me that you can put this line in here, and the market is not an ETF. So I added this, the market is not an ETF, and it took out all my ETFs. The problem, which is better because then I don't have to screen through ETFs. The problem, however, was I'm used to seeing this number and I'm used to using it as a gauge. So because I'm so used to using it when it gets overbought or oversold, I decided to keep it here and just rename it raw because I've been using this for so many decades. So when this number or this number here, the raw number, the one without the ETFs, just with everything, gets to over close to 400, or this gets to 400, it means that the market's a little overdone, getting a little crispy, and needs to consolidate, which has been, as you guys have seen, happens most of the time. So it was it's a combination of my stubbornness, my inability to program, and the fact that I'm so used to watching this number. Hopefully, I gave you an honest answer. See, there's no reason to make stuff up here. That's how what it is. That's what happened. I can't give you a better answer than that. It's a combination of my lack of programming skills, me being a creature of habit, and that's about it. Hopefully that helps. Let me post the link one more time for you guys. Let me see the bond market's reacting. The bond market seems to be liking this information. Let's see if we have the final number. I know I'm jumping back and forth, but I want to get this number here. Huh, I'll be damned. Still nothing. You guys let me know if the number comes out. It is a beautiful day in Florida, PI 007. You're right. You're right. It's actually warm in my office right now. So again, that's the deal there. Don't have that number yet. But I like TLT. I like TLT. I like what I'm seeing on the market. I like volatility. The fact that volatility is not spiking up. All of this is good. Is good. The bond market seems to be moving higher on this data. This is the 5-minute. Seems to be moving higher on this data. So I'm good with that. I'm good with all of that. Exactly, Scott. Yeah, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Okay, so what about sectors? Remember what I told you? So right now we have 288. We don't have a huge number. We have fairly reasonable momentum to the upside. We have no momentum to the downside. We have no momentum to the downside. If you take out the ETFs, there's literally 28 stocks making 90-day lows, which means there's no momentum. Okay? What about fragmentation? What about fragmentation? Remember what I told you yesterday. Interest rate sensitive stocks, blue chip stocks, tech stocks, right? Let's see if it still holds. Interest rate, interest rate, interest rate, interest rate, 100%. Blue chips, yes, definitely blue chips. If you hear me using the Dow Jones or blue chips, I'm just saying the same thing. When I talk about Dow Jones or if I say blue chips, I mean same thing. Okay, so these are all blue chips: industrial, healthcare, real estate, utilities, financial. They're all together. Problem is this: we still have a little buffoonery here going on between. There's a fight here between technology and blue chips. Interest rates are leading, no question about that. Lower rates are leading. Remember, short-term rates are going lower, according to the Fed. So we are entering a deflationary market, according to them. The long bond disagrees, but nobody's perfect. So you see here's a problem. Consumer discretionary is near consumer staples. So you have some parts of blue chips interacting with the negativity we're seeing with technology right now. So we're clearly seeing interest rate sensitive stocks leading. We're clearly seeing blue chips following, but there is a little bit of a distortion between consumer staples and consumer discretionary right now. And I'm going to tell you why. Because we've been having a lot of news about tariffs. Yes, tariffs. What? What's that? Well, here's a question for you. What's a good example? Amazon, is it consumer staples or consumer discretionary? Can you argue that Amazon sells just as much consumer discretionary as they do consumer staples? What about supermarkets? Do you see how there's a gray area there between consumer staples and consumer discretionary? And a lot of companies that come out with consumer staples also come out with consumer discretionary. Not now. Obviously, toothpaste, deodorant, that's consumer staples. But there is a little zone where you have a little bit of, well, I don't know if this is consumer discretionary or consumer staples. So that's why. This is because of tariffs. We don't know what's going on with tariffs right now. And you could see the technology, QQQ communication, and semiconductors are not leading. And either is Bitcoin. Crypto's now in the last place. Now, this is the last 5 days. So this is very, very sensitive. I use the last 5 days because I want to see weekly momentum. Crypto is not leading. Chip stocks are not leading right now. But consumer discretionary is still somewhere around here. But you could see that there's definitely a fragmentation, not between all three parts, interest rate sensitive blue chips and tech. There isn't any. Clearly, Russell midcap retail home builders. This is interest rate sensitive. It is leading. That is good. And you can also see financials are right here, which is still pretty good. But you could see that the consumer discretionary, consumer staples is having a hard time right now. In theory, in principle, consumer discretionary should be closer down here. And if consumer discretionary comes down just a little bit more, which I think it will, you'll see technology, consumer discretionary, and communication services right next to Invesco QQQ, and then semiconductors, and then we will have a non-fragmented index. But for now, we still have some fragmentation. But I want you to know that that fragmentation is trying to the market's trying to figure out what to do with consumer staples and consumer discretionary right now. Let's see this. Good. The number's lower. That's good. We're less consumption expenditures. This is good for the market. This is good for the market. Let me see something. Yeah, SPY's moving up. Let's see how QQQ is looking. Huh, look at that. QQQ is down only 0.10 on the day. That's pretty good. It's really good, actually. Yeah. So anyhow, this is good. This is good. This is not bad. This is not bad. Not bad. Also, Bob, a lot of people are traveling. I mean, this is the biggest travel holiday of the year. Not half, three-quarters of our office is not going to be there today. So the fact that we have less people today makes a lot of sense. So let's now talk about stocks. Finally, we're going to talk about stocks, okay? By the way, is this helpful to you? Is this helpful? Is this helping you navigate the market? Is this helping you learn things? Is this undoing bad habits that you guys had to begin with? Is this having some impact on your life? Is this having some impact on your life? Yeah, Amazon is getting into healthcare, and Amazon is getting into something else. They're getting into there was something else they're getting into. I read it yesterday. Oh God, what was it? Do you guys remember? I read it yesterday. Do you guys remember I read yesterday Amazon was getting into something and I said it's only a matter of time that they'll make their own crypto? I don't remember what it was. Oh wow, thank you for the feedback. Thank you. I'll post some Do you guys remember, was it a crypto? Chips, no, their own chip. I said that if they keep this up, they're going to make their own. Thank you. Yes, chips. Thank you. See, I don't have a perfect memory. Sometimes I forget too. Let me give you guys links. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. And don't forget, guys, Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. Right here's a link. Yes. No. Not power generators. You guys are 100% correct. Chips. And my comment to that was, before you know it, they're going to start making cryptos. That was my comment. So I think that's very interesting. Amazon seems to have a very interesting way of doing business. They find other companies that do things really well, and then they just copy them. For example, Hims, you know that company Hims, HIMS? They're now trying to copy them. I mean, really trying to copy them. Now, do I think there's anything wrong with that? Absolutely not. It's America. It's free trade. But I just think it's kind of interesting and they're using, see, in my opinion, I think Commerce Department should maybe look at Amazon for for splitting the company into several parts. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that over the next 10 years or so. And again, that this has what I just said has absolutely nothing to do with today's market analysis. I'm doing what I tell you guys not to do, to just speculate forward. But I'm not going to put a trade on that. I'm just, talking. The best pre-market commentary in the business. Thank you. Thank you. They will make robots. They already are. They are already making robots. Monopoly. Yes, Michael, Monopoly. Yeah. I got to tell you though, I love Amazon. I love Amazon. To me, my favorite large cap stock is Amazon, the company. I love Bezos. I love how he does stuff. I mean, I think I'm not an Elon Musk guy. I think you guys have figured it out. I think he's got too much stuff going on. This is just my personal opinion, and I'm entitled to it. This has nothing to do with the market, okay? Just my personal opinion. Uh, Amazon lets the other guys take the arrows while building their. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, all right. So so far the blue chips are pretty positive today, and so far for what I'm seeing, this news has not deterred the market from um, the market. Matter of fact, the market has gone up from 600 to about 665 in the last few minutes. So I'm not really seeing anything too positive or negative. Now, remember, we're not going to have a lot of volatility till 10 a.m. When 10 a.m. we have a big report. It may cause a little bit of movement to the bond market, but so far the bond market is moving higher and it already took out yesterday's high. That's very good for the stock market. So for the S&P 500, I'm anticipating us to take out the high and maybe probe a little bit lower, but pretty much stay within this trajectory. I'm not really expecting anything crazy for the SPY. I'm expecting this trajectory, okay? And also volume is low right now, okay? QQQ, the reports were not interpreted negative today, but we have negative news. Now, the market's only down 0.11 right now. I don't like this. I don't like this. And in my opinion, we may make a third lower low right here. This is today. We may hit the 8-day and the VWAP, the election VWAP, the election reaction VWAP, and then we may start coming up or just kind of neutralize here. Am I expecting a down day for the Nasdaq? No, no, so everything I'm saying today is contingent upon this report, okay? So if we had this report right now, I would give you a much better estimate. But this is a very, very important report, and we are looking at these two factors: price index and core price. The Fed looks at this red thing right here very carefully. And if this number is higher than 2.7 or 2.8 by a long shot, that's very, very bad. My point is the trajectory you're seeing based on these reports could be changed by these reports. Therefore, we're not going to have a clear directional bias till later in the day. Now, it's hard for me to believe that the Nasdaq is going to become positive today in light of all the news we've seen. So I'm expecting more of a inside day or hitting this area right here, which is at 506.25, and maybe bouncing a little bit off of this, maybe touching this area, but probably not an inside day because we have a lot of data today. So we may go a little higher, we may go a little lower. My suggestion is not to keep an eye on yesterday. My suggestion, hey, Cam says today, I think I'll zero in on swing trading the 8-day and custom service live. There you go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Make sure it's to the upside, Cam. Not a lot of downside action. And my suggestion is not to take too many downside trades right now because the market is near all-time high and there's a lot of liquidity coming up to the upside. Happy Wednesday, Cam. Good to see you. So if you want Cam trade the 8-day EMA, go there today. You'll love it. Cam and Gustavo have their stuff together. There you go. Customer Service Live. So again, we are above the 8-day EMA. I think we may touch the 8-day EMA. So my suggestion is to keep an eye on what happened on Monday and use Monday as points of support and resistance. So right here, this area right here. My suggestion is I think we're going to trade within this area, 511 and 504, okay? 511 and 504. minutes, 20 days. So right here, don't look at this area. Look more at this area right here. See, 511, 510, 511, 504. I think we'll contain within this area. I think we're going to contain within this area. Hey, we got 500 people. Thank you, Dr. Serena. Let's see see how many likes we got. 226 likes. Very nice. Very, very nice. So, what about the Dow Jones? Let's talk about that for a second. I like the Dow right now, and I like the Russell right now. Russell's already at a new high. I like this. I think we're going to come back, kiss this level, maybe come down to 446 and pretty much make this the high. I don't think we're going to go much higher than this today. We just don't have the trajectory. If we do break out and make a newer high, it'll be just a tad higher, but I think we will probe the downside. I think we're not ready to go higher from I don't think the Dow is ready to go higher above yesterday's high and go parabolically from there. I think without a question of a doubt, because of the Nasdaq and because of Nvidia, we're going to see a little of this come down to maybe the 446 area. So expect the high to be somewhere maybe around 440, 450, and the low to be somewhere around 446-ish. Okay? Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay. So, by the way, I will be here on Friday morning and I will be here on Friday afternoon. Uncle Roger doesn't like holidays and he likes to work. Um, yeah, and the SPY is still moving higher. So again, everything is going to be driven by this report today. All right, let's talk stocks. Let me give you guys stocks. All right. Let me give you guys stocks. And I love how the bond market's moving. Let's see if the US dollar is going down. Yes, the US dollar is going down. This is going to take some tailwind off the stock. This is going to give the stock market some tailwind. This is good, assuming the 10 a.m. report is like this. Okay. Like right now, the SPY on a daily, look at where it is right now. Almost at the high. And look at look, we opened, this is yesterday's close, right? We gapped down on the earnings and then we came up here. Now we're back above yesterday's close. And the QQQ is not. See, we gapped down on negative earnings. We made a double bottom last night and now we're coming back up. If we can reach above, the key level I want you guys to look at on the QQQ is 509.28. We need to get above yesterday's close. We need to get above 109.27, 105.20, 509.27, 509.28. Please remember that number, okay? Um, the I yeah, IMW. Russell 2000 is, as I said, Russell 2000 is leading right now. You got the home builders retail. This is very good. And where are we? Where are we? Near all-time high. And I like what I'm seeing right now. And by the way, this morning, look at this. It's up 0.89. Look at the SPY. SPY is up. Oop, wrong. SPY is up only 0.3. Again, look. Look how much small caps are up this morning. Almost 1%. Look at the QQQ. Down 13.13. The Dow is up 0.15 and the SPY is up 0.3. Russell, Dow, SPY, QQQ. Hey, that sounds familiar. That looks like this. Russell, Dow, SPY, QQQ. And guess where semiconductors are? You remember a long time ago in a galaxy far away? I have to now extend the chart beyond 3 months. I said it. Do you remember this? How accurate were we on this? And we're about to hit the 200-day moving average. Remember when I drew this line when I said 265? In case you don't, it was 722. It was beginning of summer. You too, Robert. You too. So, no soup on semiconductors. And it's very hard for the NASDAQ to be driven higher without semiconductors participating. Okay. All right. Let me give you stocks that I like. By the way, I wanted to show you something. Let's start with the short side. Remember how much I remember this stock from the pit? We took a loss on it right here. Our stop loss was right here. Look what happened when it hit the 50-day. Back below the VWAP. If it goes below 27, we have another entry. Good, Brian. So happy to hear that. AES. Wait for a pullback to the 8-day. LYB. Wait for a pullback right here. Or maybe even to the VWAP, to the election VWAP would be good too. These VWAPs are very important. SBLK. Told you about this one yesterday. Do you know what my biggest hope is for you guys? My biggest hope? My biggest hope is that after you watch me for a couple of months and you tune in other guys who claim to be able to do the same thing, and you look at what they do and you say to themselves, I can't believe I'm watching this shit. This is horrible. This guy has no idea what he's doing. If you can get to that point, then you're really learning something from me. Because 90% of the guys out, no, 95% of the guys out there who are doing what I'm doing, they're completely faking it. And they have no clue what the hell they're doing. So my hope is you could see the difference between somebody who actually understands this stuff doing it versus a bunch of clowns who are talking about some crazy lines or some nonsense, some waves. Or that's my biggest goal for you, that you'll be able to see the difference between the real deal and some bullshit. Valeris. Nice breakdown. All right, let's talk about upside. Remember Amazon from the pit, which we took a loss on? Right here. We got stopped out right here. Look what had happened when it hit the VWAP. Just a hair below our exit. Look what happened. We have another buy signal on Amazon. All we had to do was hold our stop for 2 more days. No, I wouldn't have done that and I wouldn't have changed anything. But I'm just showing you. There's no harm in trying to get in and out again. These are the last 2 trades that we lost in the pit were CELH and Amazon. And both of them are doing exactly what we wanted them to do, but we got stopped out first. It doesn't mean you can't re-enter. It doesn't mean you shouldn't block the stop out of your mind. Okay? Right, Philip, you're right. I think that this community already knows more than all the furus out there. Right. Thank you, Roy. Ooh, California. Oy, oy, oy. I heard it was raining in Los Angeles yesterday. So I like Amazon. I like USB. By the way, if I mention other bank stocks, just understand you don't want to get a bunch of bank stocks. And I do like bank stocks right now. Now, see this place right here, Texas Roadhouse. I used to go there on the way to Las Vegas when I used to live in LA. And my wife used to stop there for lunch all the time. I used to love this place. They used to give you these nuts, and you used to throw the shells on the floor. I loved it. Wait for we're at 198 here, or maybe right here, around 199. TPR. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Let me just put this over here. I like TPR. CRM. I don't know about this stock today. I don't know about this stock today. Be careful. I would stay away because of all the news that came out. I wouldn't do it today. Not today. I liked it yesterday. I like it if it goes above. So I like Salesforce if it comes right up to the 345 level. Okay, 345. Let's draw a little line here. Like right there, maybe a little right there. Nothing before this. Um, BK, another bank stock. Please don't go buying USB and Bank of Mellon. If you want to buy 100 shares, put 15, 15 each one. That's okay. That's a good way to do it. A lot of folks do that. A lot of times I'll give three related stocks and somebody will just buy 100 shares of each one instead of 300 of one. You could do that too. Or if you want to buy three contracts, you just buy one contracts of each one. Ooh, I'm going to be late to work today. Folks, if I'm late to work, you're going to have to send a note to my boss telling them that I was playing hooky, giving you guys analysis, okay? I'm gonna need a excuse from you guys, telling my boss that I was too busy working at home. Beautiful stock. Wait for 97. Can somebody let me know that you know what? I'm gonna set an alert. Just give me a second. I want to set an alert. SST SDT. What did I say right here? 9703. Yeah, I'll just do it later. I'll make a mental note for myself. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I like the stock around here. APD. What is Clyde's email address, Michael? I hear he's a great guy. I now you are the boss. I hear he's a great guy. Who's the boss? The cat. Clyde is the boss. Clyde is the boss, folks. Clyde is my boss. I love this stock right now. I'd love to see it hit the 8-day right here. I'm going to set a little alert on it for myself. Now, to help to confuse you this morning, why not? I will surely inform the boss that you're teaching hundreds of students. Thank you. Right. Thank you, Moondog. Yeah, I need a doctor's note. I need an excuse. Clyde ate my homework. So guys, please listen. So you see the stock APD. If some of you have dyslexia, you may want to tune out right now because I also like ADP. I really like this stock a lot. ADP and APD. Look, I'm not trying to confuse you, okay? I get confused by these two stocks every time. I can't keep track of them. But please, APD and ADP. And again, I am not doing this on purpose. I'm not trying to confuse you. It just happens to be that they're both in play today. Please don't send me a nasty email saying you're trying to confuse me or giving me wrong ticker symbols. I'm not doing that at all. It just happens to be that APD and ADP both have nice breakouts. I like Marriott quite a bit. Again, the last 5 or 6 stocks that I circled, I would feel very comfortable buying them at the 8-day EMA. All right. So that is all I have for you guys today. I'll give you a full update when we get in today. If you guys are in the pit, please understand that volume is very low and this is not a good time to day trade. We have a swing trade right now that's on, and I may put another couple of swing trades on, but these are going to be longer term trades. This is not a day trading environment. The volume is very low. When the volume is low, the waves are low. When the waves are low, it's very hard to get a sustainable move. For day trading, you need a sustainable move. If you don't have a sustainable move, you're going to get this. Now, if you're doing this, swing trading is fine. You can work with that and get your move overnight. But when you're day trading, you need sustainability. You guys understand that, right? All right. All right. All right. So last time, thank you all for being here. I think we had a fantastic session today. If I don't talk to you later, if you're not going to be in my VIP room today, I wish you all a very, very happy and most importantly, a healthy Thanksgiving. Please don't drink and drive. A lot of people drink and drive on holidays. Please don't drink. Just don't drink, okay? Just drive, but don't drink. And here's the link to my VIP room. I'll be there at noon. And then Kane and I are going live at 1. Please, 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 please be careful. Thank you, Ali. I appreciate it very much. And if anybody has a question, please send me an email. All right. Let's here, testimonials. Let's put this over here. Thanks, Daniel. Jill says, stay safe. Definitely. Let's see here. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Manuel. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, guys. I will see you later. Have a fantastic day. Bye, everybody. Love you all. If you have any questions, Roger at rogerscott.com, not customer service questions. Ooh, I got to get out of here. Bye. Happy Turkey Day, all.